The Eye of Mezmaria, a tale of mischief and misery. Prologue. Mighty names remembered. These names written in the hearts of men and upon the stone walls of ancient temples. Cayman the Comatian, a warrior of bravery and wonder, and Zoroathus the Cimmerian, a sage of secret magic. Their legend is told in songs over fires, sang by bards whose beards are gray with age. Their story is passed down from old man to young, as the starry night passes its light to the sun. But where there are heroes, there are also villains, and none so villainous as the evil sorcerer Padarus, leader of the Order of the Alum Musa, hooded hounds of hell, whose spells weave dark magic like spiders' webs upon abandoned derelict dark caverns, caves, and chambers. Elder days, when Atlantis stood as a beacon of wisdom amid the sapphire seas, there was wrought a marvel beyond mortal ken. The Eye of Mezmaria, forged by the sage scientist Zoroathus, whose heart burned for the healing of men. This crystal pulsed with radiant vibrations, its facets singing to the hidden chords of the soul through subtle frequencies. It could mend the fractured mind, soothe the anguished heart, and restore balance to the spirit's tempests. Yet, as oft befalls the works of men, what was wrought for good was seized by shadowed hands. The eye, radiant and perilous, fell to the cabal of the Order of Alum Musa, sorcerers vile and cunning, who bent its harmonies to discord, enslaving the wills of men. Thus began the unweaving of Atlantis, a tale of mischief and misery, where heroes clashed and the gods of the deep turned their faces from the doom below. Chapter I, the Forge of Zoroathus. In the high towers of Atlantis, where spires of coral and obsidian pierced the heavens, Zoroathus labored, a man of towering frame, his thews corded with the strength of youth, yet tempered by wisdom's weight. He was a sage whose eyes gleamed with the fire of discovery, his workshop a cavern of whirring mechanisms and glowing runes, hummed with the music of creation. The Eye of Mezmaria, a crystal vast as a man's fist, lay at its heart, its surface shimmering with veins of azure and gold. By the grace of Tethys, swore Zoroathus, his voice resonant as a bronze bell, this gem shall bind the broken, not break the bound. He had seen the madness that plagued his people in his town, grief that drove men to leap from cliffs, rage that turned brother against brother. The Eye, he vowed, would sing a song to still such storms, calming them down. Its vibrations, tuned to the secret rhythms of the mind, could weave peace where chaos reigned, light in the darkest night. Yet even as he toiled, shadows gathered the Order of Alum Musa, cloaked in robes dark as the abyssal deep, watched from afar. Their leader, the sorcerer Padarus, whose heart was a pit of ambition, saw in the Eye a tool not of healing but of dominion, not a symbol of life but a weapon of death and killing. With this, he whispered to his acolytes, we shall bind kings to our will, and Atlantis shall kneel. The theft and the curse! As the moon waned and the tides roared, the Order of Alum Musa Mousa struck silent as shades. They breached Zorba's sanctum, slaying his guards with poisoned blades. The eye was torn from its pedestal, its light dimming as Padarus' claw-like hands closed about it. Zorathus, roused by the clash of steel, fought with the ferocity of a cornered lion, his staff cracking skulls, but numbers overwhelmed him and he fell, bloodied yet unbowed, cursing the thieves with his dying breath. By the gods of sea and sky, the eye shall turn upon ye, and soon your greed shall be your ruin! The order of Alu Musa fled to their hidden citadel, a fortress carved into the cliffs of the abyssal coast. There, Padarus twisted the eye's purpose. Its vibrations, once a balm, became a lash of harm. Men brought before it grew vacant-eyed, their wills chained to the sorcerer's commands. Fishermen turned on their kin, warriors cast down their swords to serve, and nobles betrayed their oaths. Atlantis, once a symphony of order, descended into discord. Chapter Thrill! Of unyielding spirit, his frame a mountain of sinew, his height towering over sand dunes, his spirit storm blue, his eyes as fierce as doom, his heart was untamed, his sword an extension of his will. He had come to Atlantis seeking fame and plunder, but found instead a city unraveling into disaster. The streets, once alive with song, now echoed with cries of despair. Cayman, moved by some primal sense of justice, swore to end the misery and madness. Guided by whispers of a dying priestess, Cayman sought the oracle of Thalassa, a seeress dwelling in a cave where waves sang of ancient truths. Her words were veiled in riddle. Seek the eye where shadows dwell, but beware, its song will sway even thee, unless thy heart be true. Cayman, unbowed by omens, gripped his blade and set forth. His journey was a saga of blood and fire. He battled sea beasts conjured by Padarus' sorcery, their tentacles lashing like the serpents of the deep. He outwitted guardians of the order of Alu Musa, their minds enslaved by the eye's cruel hum. Each step was a labor, each foe a monstrous trial, yet Cayman's heart, forged in the crucible of hardship, held fast. In the citadel of the order of Alu Musa, Cayman faced Padarus. The sorcerer stood before the eye, its light now a sickly green, its vibrations a dirge that shook the soul. Kneel, barbarian! Padarus sneered, his voice like a serpent's hiss. The eye commands all! Its frequencies clawed at Cayman's mind, urging him to submit. But Cayman roared defiance. I bend to no man, nor to thy cursed gem. I like my sword, do not bend. The battle was a tempest. Cayman's blade, forged in northern fires, met Padarus' sorcery. Bolts of shadow and flame,
The citadel trembled as the eye's song grew wild, its vibrations cracking stone and mind alike. Cayman, bloodied but unyielding, drove his sword through Padarus' heart. The sorcerer fell, his last curse a gurgle. The eye will sing forever. With a mighty blow, Cayman shattered the eye, its fragments scattered, their light fading, but their vibrations lingered. A faint hum in the air, the enslaved awoke, their minds their own, but Atlantis was broken. The seas rose as if the gods of the deep wept for the city's fall. Cayman sailed from the wreckage, his heart heavy with the cost of victory. A Paloke, the echoes of doom. Atlantis sank beneath the waves, its glory a memory. The ice fragments scattered across the deep, whispered still faint songs of power and peril. Cayman now grey with years, wandered the world a warrior without a war. He pondered the frailty of men's works and sought new battles to drown his sorrow. The gods of Atlantis, silent in their watery halls, watched as mortals rebuilt upon the ruins. But the eye's echo lingered, a warning that even the noblest creations could birth misery when touched by greed. And so the tale of Mezmaria passed into legend, a song of mischief, misery, and the unyielding spirit of man. So there you have it. This is the story I tell you, my son. Remember it in your darkest hours and night, so that you may raise up your head and fight with might and power and triumph. Remember these names: Cayman, the Comedian, and Zorothus the Sumerian. Remember that you too can become a hero, your name etched on these temple walls. Remember, my son, the Eye of Mezmaria, a tale of mischief and misery. For as on your journey to become a man, this story and its mystery can evoke dreams and wonder, hope and fears, joy and tears. And what is life without tears? It is dry like the desert sands.